It's the stuff of dreams. Move to the countryside in search of a bigger house and a simpler life. Well, that's exactly what Matt and Emma Cupper are doing. They're leaving their small 3-bedroom bungalow in Surrey and moving 200 miles north to the wilds of Lincolnshire, where they're transforming a massive old granary into a dream home for them and their 2 kids. But is getting there going to push this couple to the limit of their endurance?
Tense, isn't it? Can you feel the tension in the air? These big bits of wood wafting around, ready to knock the barn down.
It'll be an adventure for both of us. As a family, it will be an adventure.
I think the barn's cursed. For all its beauty and its glory, it's given us a few trials and tribulations at the minute.
Normally, when people decide to leave their old lives behind, they're looking for something better. But Matt and Emma already have what most people aspire to. They've got a lovely house in a pretty village, surrounded by their friends and family. So why on earth do they want to leave it all behind? It's simple. For the price of a bungalow in Surrey, Matt and Emma get this massive barn in Lincolnshire, which comes with its own moat and several outbuildings. And they can afford all this on the income from Matt's telecoms business, allowing Emma to give up her busy job at a local cafe and become a full-time mum to their 2 children. It's now October, and 3 weeks ago, this couple started turning their dream into a reality. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's a day for it, isn't it?
Hello.
How you doing, mate?
George, you're right.
This is a great house, isn't it? Tell me a bit how you found it.
We were looking for about 7 or 8 months, basically, around several areas, and we sort of started casting it out a bit further and further afield because we couldn't find what we were looking for. Something like this with a bit of land, and this came up, and it was ideal.
But this is a massive life change for you, isn't it? I mean, for both of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it was kind of, I mean, we've got 2 young children, and that was a sort of critical thing. We're in Surrey at the minute, in Dorking in Surrey at the minute, where property prices are very high, and to actually take the next step up the ladder, if we wanted to have more children or grow into a bigger property, we'd be looking at sacrificing quite a lot financially and also what we would get for our money.
We get fed up with life and just completely chasing your tail where we are now. We're both working full-time, 2 young kids. Don't want to do it anymore, just want to have a life together.
A lot of people have ambitions of changing their life, but never do it.
Yeah.
What makes you different?
You know, you can think about things forever, can't
Exactly.
you? Life's too short, you've got to do it.
You don't want to end up regretting everything you didn't do. I'd sooner regret trying to do this than not trying to do it.
You get one chance in life. You've got to...
Make change.
You've got to make changes.
So this is it.
In the rain? Lovely.
Yeah.
Matt and Emma's dream of a new, simpler rural life revolves around this enormous 18th century granary, which comes with 5 acres of land. This is a great space, isn't it? So what are your plans for this part of the house?
Basically, we're standing in kind of like the
kitchen. This is the walk through to the kitchen. Big open plan kitchen. Downstairs bathroom, cloakroom. A utility room over on the right here.
So where's your main entrance to the house?
Through this doorway.
This huge barn's divided into 2 massive rooms. Umbrellas now, I think. I'm getting absolutely drenched now.
Yeah, it's a bit daunting as it's a living room.
Space, isn't it?
It's great, isn't it?
This is lovely. These arches are really beautiful, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, the quality of this brickwork.
It's fantastic, isn't it?
It's really fantastic.
Yeah.
And what are your plans for this space?
There's going to be kind of a home cinema room, drop-down cinema screen at the end of the wall. Sound-wise, there'll be some good quality sound hanging on the wall.
But that's what we want. We want old and new together. That's the whole idea, is to try and incorporate, old and new.
Matt and Emma want to transform this rustic old granary into a luxurious modern family home. You'll enter into an impressive double-height hallway. Upstairs, a suspended walkway will connect the 2 halves of the building. On one side will be a bathroom and 3 bedrooms, and across the other side of the walkway will be a study and the master bedroom, with picturesque views across the Lincolnshire countryside. On the ground floor, there'll be a modern open-plan kitchen, flooded with light from 2 large glass doors. And beyond, the centrepiece of the house, a huge open-plan living dining room. Packed to the rafters with the latest home technology, this will be a showpiece for Matt's telecoms business. It's an ambitious project, and Matt and Emma have funded it with a massive mortgage on this building and their 3-bedroom bungalow in expensive Surrey.
So it's a big old project that you've taken on, isn't it? And how much did you actually pay for the property?
All in all,
190.
Yeah, 190.
Yeah.
That's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really? I mean, you've got a lot of
You
building.
wouldn't get anything like that down in Surrey. You wouldn't get a 1-bedroom flat for that.
How much have you got to renovate the house?
140,000.
Have you got any experience in building projects like this?
No, not really. We extended the
Only where we live, the
Yeah.
bungalow. The bungalow, we did
small
an extension.
extension.
And I think
It's
we
a
learned.
little bit more than a small extension, isn't it?
It is, but once you do that, you can build anything.
So we're in October now. January you might move in when it's semi-habitable, but then completely finished February, March.
Exactly.
100%.
100%, yeah. Whether I have to work 24 hours a day to do it, then yeah, we'll have it ready by March. Definitely.
But March is just 7 months away.
Matt and Emma's plans to turn this rundown barn into a high-tech home are great, but this building is a wreck, and with winter just around the corner, Matt's got his hands full getting it ready on time.
Something tells me it's gonna be tough. It's mid-October in Lincolnshire. Matt and Emma Cupper are a month into their ambitious plan to transform this huge granary into a dream home. Matt runs his own telecoms business, and he's worked out he can afford to take 4 months off to make the building habitable by the end of January. But he's not just labouring, he's also managing the whole project.
I like getting stuck in. I'm keen to learn, and hopefully I'm going to learn quite a lot from being here. And as long as I don't get in the way too much, then I'm more than happy to muck in and sort of learn whatever I can on the way. Yeah.
Matt's based near the barn, while Emma's still living in their bungalow in Surrey. Emma's looking forward to leaving her busy job managing a local cafe and moving up to Lincolnshire to become a full-time mum to 2-year-old Cassie and 4-year-old Archie.
I've reached a point in my life where I've had kids, and this is where you'd almost think, right, okay, what do I want to do with my life? I'm at the age of sort of early 30s, and this seems like a really good thing to do because it's somewhere completely different. It'll be an adventure for both of us. As a family, it will be an adventure.
The key to financing that adventure is their bungalow. They've remortgaged it to raise £190,000 to buy the barn. With the £140,000 they're borrowing to do it up, this gives them a whopping debt.
What I need to know, Matt, is how are you financing this project?
We borrowed against the bungalow to buy the place in the state that it's in now, and as we own it in its state, we've been able to borrow against it to actually do it up and build it.
You've borrowed £190,000 against the bungalow to buy the granary,
Yeah.
and then you've borrowed £140,000 against the granary
Yeah.
to do it up.
Yeah,
That's £330,000 worth of borrowing.
and it is.
That's a massive amount of money.
Don't remind me, I'm trying to put that to the back of my mind. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a big risk, but we fell in love with the place, and it's a dream to actually do it, and once we're in here, hopefully we'll be in here for life.
And where does the bungalow fit into this equation now?
Well, I mean, that's where the main pressure is really, because the rent from the bungalow equates to half the mortgage, so we've got to rent it out, and quickly. Because if we don't, then we're really living on borrowed money to the max.
But that's quite amazing, that tiny little bungalow down in Dorking is paying for half of this bill
Yeah,
because of the rental income.
yeah.
So that rental income is absolutely essential, isn't it?
Yeah, it's essential if we wanted to keep both the properties on, definitely.
But the bungalow's already been on the market for 2 months, and Matt and Emma still have no offers. With Matt's business on hold, there's no way they can afford for Emma to give up her job. Until they rent the bungalow, Emma's move to Lincolnshire is on hold, indefinitely. Matt has only built a small extension before. Project managing a build on this scale will be a very steep learning curve, with big risks financially and emotionally. On top of that, he's hoping to make the place habitable for his family in just 4 months. Matt's first new job is managing the build of a brand new roof, starting with the trusses.
You think just try and lift it with the straps on it? Think...
Matt's shouldering the responsibility of operating the crane that will lift the trusses into position.
I don't like these things. They're a bit scary. Yeah?
With each truss weighing half a ton, it's a huge responsibility.
It's tense, isn't it? Can you feel the tension in the air? It's these big bits of wood wafting around, ready to knock the barn down.
As Matt lifts the first truss up into position, we get dramatic evidence of his inexperience. Matt's forgotten to put down the crane stabilisers and almost tipped it over. It's a very lucky escape for Matt and the barn. 2 hours later, with stabilisers down, Matt soldiers on and gets the first 2 roof trusses into position. The trusses sit on timber plates that run along the walls of the barn, but the plates aren't level.
It's not level between plates and it's not level along them, so when you sit your trusses in, the trusses are going to go like that, aren't they?
Matt's quick fix solution is to bang on another piece of timber to make the plates level. It does the job, but it's far from ideal. A week later, the roof trusses are on. Matt's plan is to get the roof finished and tiled, but a visit from the building inspector again brings home his inexperience.
You've had an issue with building control, haven't you, about the stability of the building?
Yeah, they were just concerned that loading it up with heavy pan tiles in this state, without having the structure on the first floor, the beams in to hold it in at sort of centre,
right,
whether it had put too much outward force on it.
Just so I've got this right, because you've got the old walls, these 2 old walls, now that you've got the roof trusses on, if you put the tiles on, those walls would want to maybe buckle out and collapse even, or bowl.
Yeah.
So just how unstable was this building then?
It moved quite a lot.
Like how much?
Well, you could push it and it waved. It waved at you a little bit.
The building inspectors insisted that all work stops until Matt's installed the first floor beams that will tie the building together and make it structurally sound. But there's good news from Surrey. After 3 months on the market, at long last they've rented the bungalow. With the tenants arriving in 3 weeks, Emma's handed in her notice at the cafe and is packing for her move to Lincolnshire.
Yeah, I need to get involved. I'm so distant from the whole thing. I really don't feel part of it, and I need to. I think everyone has to be involved in something if it's going to be a dream. If it is a dream, you all have to have the same dream, and I've kind of lost sight of it a bit because I've just been down here waiting for it to happen, but I need to kind of be there.
Emma might want to be on site more, but right now, Matt probably wishes he wasn't. As he starts the mammoth task of tiling the roof, he discovers the battens he paid a mate to fix haven't been laid properly.
Well, the distance between these two bits of wood to hang the tiles on is too close together. When you hang the tiles, they don't lock together quite properly.
It's a big mistake. I'd replace the battens. However, Matt chooses the cheaper but far more time-consuming option of cutting the tiles to size by hand. All 2,540 of them.
Including breakages.
Tiling this roof takes Matt 4 weeks, working every hour God sends.
I can't afford to get sort of pissed off about it, but I'm not very happy about it. I would rather, obviously, it was right and we'd just lay in the tiles, but that ain't happening, so there's not a lot I can do about it. What do I do?
But at least the family's reunited. After 3 months living apart, Emma and the kids are finally moving up to their new life in Lincolnshire. Their new home's a plastic log cabin.
It's cool, isn't it? Radiators, we've got a big kitchen. You and Archie, you've got a proper bed. What do you think, Cassie? That's quite good, isn't it?
Yeah, you like?
The cabin's just a stone's throw from the barn. For the first time in a month, Emma's going to see the building site that Matt's hoping will be their home in only 5 weeks' time.
Can I have a look inside? At the decor?
Let's go room.
Last time I was here, they hadn't put the beams in. They were just bringing them in to put them into position, but they hadn't put them in. There's still so much to do. It's just hard to conceive actually being here.
I'm not surprised. It's barely more than a shell. Matt's still trying to get the building watertight before the winter weather closes in. He needs doors and windows.
There you go. Look at that. Hopefully within the next week. Before the
To push
glass
things
goes,
on,
get
Matt's paying a carpenter to install them.
Okay, can I just stop you there a second? Let's put it on in.
Ready?
The handmade hardwood frames fit perfectly and go in just a few hours. But there's been a mix-up. Matt's inexperience means he hasn't ordered the large panes of glass. Without them, this building can't be made watertight.
So why aren't the windows finished? It's a bit ad hoc.
In fairness, the original schedule, it shouldn't have taken quite this long to get the glass.
But it all comes back to project management again, doesn't it? You're having to organise this build and all the logistics of having windows and materials turning up as and when they need it.
You saying it's my fault?
Yeah. No, I'm not. I just want to know how you're finding it.
Well,
project management's difficult.
Yeah, it is difficult. It has been a bit of a logistical nightmare, and it's all part of the learning curve. So, I put my hands up and say, yeah, a percentage of that is my doing, because I didn't really know what I was doing. I still don't. It's all new now, because every day we move on a stage and it becomes new. Nice hinge action.
I really admire Matt's honesty, but I'm worried his lack of experience is beginning to jeopardise this build. But for the kids, their new life is just one big adventure. Emma's settled them in at the local nursery. It's a 5-minute drive from the barn and a world away from the hustle and bustle of the school run in Surrey.
It's great that the kids have actually to know that they're happy at nursery. Compared to the one back in Surrey that was kind of very modern and high tech, this is on a working farm, and it's great. They say that kids are the easiest way to get to know people and to kind of break the barrier. Because they're at school, it feels like we're part of the community.
While the kids are at school, Emma throws herself into the barn conversion. The barn will be heated by a ground source pump that draws the natural warmth out of the earth. This means laying an incredible 2.5 kilometres of coiled plastic pipe. Matt's confident they can master this hugely complicated task.
Keep on going, baby. Kids would love this.
Yeah.
Yeah, this will work well. Ow.
Leave it alone. I was all right doing that, and now you've come and interfered with me, and my circle's getting big again.
But it soon becomes clear that this giant twisted hose pipe has a mind of its own. But Matt's fighting back.
Oh, go away! This pipe is a pain in the backside. Nightmare. I'm going to have nightmares about this for the rest of my life, and if it don't work, there will be murder. Oh, sorry.
Come on, bring that round. Grab
Round
bang
way.
that
You're
loop.
just going to make it tangled, look. If that splits, we're fucked, all right? I need to unkink it. It's really tangled, the fucking lot. I fucking hate this shit!
After several hours, even the laid-back Matts beginning to wish they'd never started. Matt and Emma eventually call it a day and call in the professionals. Once again, Matt's attempts to cut corners has cost him time and money. But a week later, there's a dramatic development, and it changes everything for this couple.
Yeah, we've got some news, haven't we?
Yep. Number 3 is on its way. We're having another baby.
Obviously, it wasn't quite planned to happen so soon, but stupidly, it always happens, doesn't it? Whenever we mention it.
Whenever we talk about it,
start practice. We don't need to practice anymore. It falls on my phone. We spoke about it about a week ago on Friday, and then Emma was pregnant on Saturday.
It's fabulous news, but there's no way a pregnant Emma can rough it in a half-finished barn, and it's forced Matt to rethink his plans. He's now given himself another 2 months to try and completely finish the barn. It's still an ambitious deadline, but with no income and a very tight budget, it's a deadline this couple can't afford to miss. It's the middle of February. Spring's here, and Matt and Emma Cupper are still converting this huge barn to start a new life in the wilds of the Lincolnshire countryside. Matt's put his telecoms business on hold to project manage the build. 5.5 months on, he's installed a roof and first floor. But they've got no bathroom, no kitchen, and no staircase. And with no glass in some of the windows, the barn still isn't watertight.
Basically, I think it's lack of experience that has probably put it behind, because Matt is a complete optimist in every single way, and I think he's just like, you know, he's a classic salesman. You know, yeah, we'll get it done, we'll do this, you know, bosh it in here, that'll take a day, a couple of hours for that job, but jobs have taken them longer to do. It's the fact that Matt is actually taking on, and he wants to do everything himself, really. Whereas me, I'd much rather just say, right, fuck it, let's get someone else to come and do it. You know, he's learning so much about everything.
Emma's 5 months pregnant, and Matt's eager to get the family out of the cramped caravan and into the barn in just 6 weeks. I think he's got a mountain to climb to meet his deadline, but Matt's nothing but optimistic.
The things are moving on, looks really good, but there's still a lot to do, isn't there? What's deceiving about this stage is that it does move quite quickly.
Yeah. but
It's all the
still-
finishing off that takes a long time.
Exactly.
All the tiling, all the plastering, all the fittings.
Mm.
That takes a long, long time.
Mm.
There's a lot to do still.
You know, originally the schedule that I first put together was based on me not being here and chucking more money at it from working and earning a living.
Right.
And what's happened was, you know, it worked out a lot more cost effective for me to be here and kind of let the schedule go a bit, I suppose, let the timescales lapse and save money actually doing it and labouring and learning as well.
That's quite interesting though, because you're saying if you'd carried on working in your normal job, you'd earn more money to put into the build to make it go quicker. So the fact you're being hands-on is slowing down the build programme now.
It's slowing it down, but in terms of cost, it's not, you know, it's probably more effective.
So you're saving money, but it's taking longer.
Yeah.
But by the end, you're not just going to spend the same amount of money.
I don't know. It's like I said, George, I'm enjoying it. Let me enjoy it.
This is quite serious, isn't it? I mean, Emma's pregnant, another baby on the way.
Yeah.
You've got to get in here.
Yeah.
But you think because of your inexperience, you've been too optimistic with the schedule?
I'm a sucker for being optimistic always because that's the way I do things, I suppose. At the end of the day, I don't like to be pessimistic about anything. And at the end of the day, you know, you beat me up as much as you like, but I'm still going to be optimistic until it's finished because I've got to be. Because if not, I'd end up taking a running jump out of that window and calling it a day now.
To push the project on, Matt's hired a couple of carpenters to fix the plasterboard walls, while a local plumbing firm are fitting the bathrooms. And the first fix electrics are also going in. The paid professionals are making good progress, but they're costing Matt £1,000 a day. With major structural work still to be tackled, it's going to be tight to bring this project in on budget. But Matt's so confident he'll get into the barn on schedule, he's agreed to leave the caravan in just 5 weeks' time. If the barn's not ready on time, the family could be homeless.
I need to get in here because, you know, every minute I'm not in here it's costing me more money in rent and stuff like that I don't need to be paying. So I need to get in here, we need to get in here. You know, I think we'll have a bathroom or maybe two, some water, some heating, some electric, you know, all the essentials. It's not going to have a kitchen, not a finished kitchen anyway.
Matt's decision to plough all these extra resources into the build is paying dividends. The plasterboard's up, and at long last, you can see the rooms. But just as the build's progressing, there's bad news for Emma. She's aggravated an old injury in her back, and it's put her out of action. Within days, her back's so bad, she can't even drive. And Matt's now juggling the build and the childcare.
She's really pissed off that she can't help and she was getting into doing stuff and now it's the final push and she wants to be doing stuff. Oh, it's upsetting for her. She can't sleep, you know, can't get up to sort out the kids in the night if they get up, so I'm getting up to do them. You know, I mean, it's like this morning, you know, I could have left her to go to nursery on her own and felt guilty about it, or I took the kids to nursery and then took her to the osteopath, but, you know, we've got pressure on to get this place done and in and ready. And then the pressure of that as well, but it happens, doesn't it?
To add to their problems, the cost of hiring all the extra help means they're now down to the last £35,000 of their budget. But with just a month till they get kicked out of the caravan, they can't afford to slacken the pace. Matt's working every hour to get in, but Emma's back isn't healing, and she's now confined to the caravan.
Just how painful, I mean, is it keeping you up?
Yeah, I'm not sleeping. I've got painkillers, but they're only weak ones because being pregnant and everything.
Can you walk?
I can walk for about 30 seconds, but then I have to take to the floor.
That sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah, it's really very painful.
You had your nice little bungalow in Dorking, and you had a nice little life down there, and your friends were down there, and your family were there. And
I mean, this is the other thing that's getting me is I really, really miss my friends. You know, I just, you know, I do not know anyone up here, and, you know, I'm finding that really hard. But it's kind of reached this point now where it has become so exhausting. Matt and I are just both exhausted by it. It's just, it sucks every ounce of energy we have doing this.
did you ever imagine it would be like this?
I never imagined it would be half as tough. But now one thing I do realise is that we took on something absolutely mammoth. I had no idea. I'm feeling more worried about everything now. I'm worried about money. I'm worried about what I've left behind. Reality is kind of hitting home.
Matt decides to throw money at the build to get Emma and the family into a comfortable new home on the date he's promised. So he goes to the bank and borrows another £50,000. But there's a phenomenal amount of work still to do. There are walls to be plastered, underfloor heating to be installed, and the second fix electrics and plumbing are only just going in.
This looks good. This looks fab. The way that you've left the floor out there.
Yes.
No, it does. It looks fantastic.
Yeah,
it looks
no,
really
it's
good.
a big effect, isn't it?
So what's going on through here? That's the kids' bedroom off to that side.
Kids'
yeah?
room,
And then
master bedroom.
Master bedroom.
It's good. I like this room. Yes. And we've got a window that's blocked up there, which is like a balconette thing.
Ah.
So that's actually all open, but we're waiting for the window.
Yeah. Oh, that's a beautiful view out of there as well.
Yeah.
Well, there's lots of progress, but you were supposed to be finished by the end of next week.
It's nearly 2 weeks.
8 days. That's 8 days until the end of the month, and you said, I will be finished by the end of March, whatever it takes. You've got to be out of the caravan in a week.
Yes.
In effect, in 1 week's time, you're homeless.
Scary, yeah. We've been evicted in a week, yeah. To much, yeah.
But what are you going to do? Because this place is not going to be finished in a week.
Oh man, we're just going to throw everyone at it and go crazy and see what happens. I don't think we're going to be a million miles off. I think we could end up with a habitable space.
But if you just had to summarise what's left to do,
Yeah.
give me a little list.
Second fix electrical, second fix plumbing, kitchen.
It's a big responsibility, isn't it? Are you finding it quite tough?
To be absolutely honest, some days I do feel like crying. You know, I mean, you are under massive pressure. I've got a massive responsibility to my family, to my wife, and to the mortgage lender, to pay the bills and get this done. So yeah, we've got to crack on.
Matt's moving heaven and earth to make this barn habitable, but it's far from finished. There's no water, there's no heating, and the place is not even watertight. With only 1 week before his family are kicked out the caravan, he's got to somehow turn this building site into a family home.
But a week later, there's some news that puts everything into perspective. Emma's been rushed to hospital. Matt's at her bedside, and Emma's parents have come up from Surrey to look after the kids and help pack up the caravan.
She went to see a physio, and he said, you've got a prolapse disc, don't do anything, go and lie down flat for 2 days until it goes down. But it's not got any better. It's got worse, and now she has no feeling in her leg or foot.
Yeah, very worried because of her, obviously, and for the kids and everything else. Who, the poor kids, the poor boys, just don't understand what's happening around them. I mean, Emma has been literally flat on her back for the last 3 days on the floor. On Saturday morning, I mean, literally 7 o'clock on Saturday morning, she rang us. insisting almost that we came. So we did. We sort of dropped everything and came. So as it turns out, it's just as well. But, it's all a bit traumatic, and we don't quite know what's going to happen. You know, that's the thing.
When Matt finally gets back from hospital, the news isn't good. Emma's back injury's so bad, the doctors have no option but to operate.
Life's been turned upside down and I don't really know what's going on. There's no real plan because it's all too early in the day to plan what's going to happen. So I'm just going to have to suck it and see what happens over the next couple of days, really, and make adjustments where necessary, I suppose. I feel torn now because I feel like I should be with her. I feel like I need to be over there, and it's just stressful. I think the barn's cursed. For all its beauty and its glory, it's given us a few trials and tribulations at the minute.
With the outcome of the operation uncertain, Emma's parents take the kids back to Surrey, leaving Matt alone with the barn once again.
So just how tough have the last few weeks been for you?
For poor old Ems, it's been her worst nightmare ever. At the end of the day, I've never seen her in as much pain as what I've seen her in the past few weeks, and that's been the worst thing of it all, is I can't help her, you know. And I've watched her give birth naturally, without any drugs, any medication or anything, twice, and the pain doesn't even compare. You know, the main concern has been what's the effects on the baby. That's the main stress factor, I suppose, out of all of it, is, you know, is everything going to be all right at the end of it?
The bill sort of pales into insignificance, really, doesn't it?
I mean, really, it has. I mean, at the end of the day, I've had to make sure the finances are there to pay the bills. I've had to make sure the materials are here and stuff like that. I've been flitting to and from the hospital and to and from the nursery and to and from home to make sure everything's going to plan, but at the end of the day, this place, you know, without Emma and the kids here, it doesn't mean anything, you know. It might as well, you know, be a one-bedroom flat somewhere where I sit and wallow in, because, you know, without them it's nothing. So it has kind of brought everything into perspective, and we've just had to say, right, well, you know, leave the lads to it to a degree, we communicate, but at the end of the day, my main concern has been getting her back to some sort of fitness.
And because you haven't been on site, things have slowed down a little bit in here, haven't they?
Yeah.
What impact is it having on the finances?
Finances are pretty shot, to be honest with you. You know, we're getting to the end of the pot, and really there's not, you know, I mean, I've costed everything out as best I can, and there's a few things that I might have to make compromises with, as with everything else.
So taking into account all the stress that you've had over the last few weeks and the delays you've incurred, when do you think this house is eventually going to be finished?
I think we've realistically got to give ourselves a month. You know, if it means me being here till midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning, painting, decorating, whatever it takes, I will be here for the next 4 weeks, slaving my backside into the ground to get it done.
After a delicate operation, Emma's doctors discharge her from hospital, and she returns to her parents in Surrey to convalesce. And Matt gears up for one last heroic push to get his family into their new home so they can start their new lives. But this couple are now deep in debt. Matt's left his business on hold for 2 months longer than planned. If he doesn't finish the build and get back to work soon, he won't be able to afford the repayments and could risk losing the barn. It's the middle of May in Lincolnshire. 9 months ago, Matt and Emma Cupper began transforming an 18th century granary into a dream home. They're deep in debt, and for the last 2 months, a pregnant Emma's been convalescing at her parents' house following a major operation on her back. Undeterred, Matt's pushed on, desperately trying to turn a building site into a family home. When Matt and Emma took on this project, I don't think they had any idea what they were letting themselves in for. The last 9 months have been tougher than they could have possibly imagined.
But Matt has battled on, and through hard graft, he's kept the dream alive. And after everything they've been through, I've come to see if it was all worth it.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
how are you? You well? Good to see you. How's it going?
All right, mate. Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
2 months ago, Matt and Emma's vision of a modern kitchen was a long way off. But the transformation's amazing.
This is stunning.
It's a great kitchen.
Absolutely stunning. And I love this worktop.
Yeah.
The orange.
The orange. It's quite a brave move.
It's a bit bold, isn't it?
But you've gone for a very contemporary kitchen in an old building, haven't you?
Yeah.
But it works. It actually works because you've got the balance right. You know, you've kept the exposed timber beams up here at high level.
Yeah.
And you've got a beautiful, you know, slate floor,
Yeah.
which has got a bit of texture and
Yeah.
a little bit rugged. And Emma, how are you feeling now?
Touch wood. I couldn't find anything, it's all glass. Everything's fine, yeah, no, it's good.
And the staircase looks great, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a nice bit of wood, isn't it?
Solid ash.
Yeah, this is the best bit.
Look at the sky.
You like this?
It's so dramatic, isn't it? Your bedroom. It's beautiful, isn't it?
It's nice.
It is beautiful.
Quite light and bright.
It's a relaxing area to lay and look out the window.
This is cool. Look at that.
It's a cool room, isn't it?
All this glazing is just stunning, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's fantastic. It's worked really well.
This is just... it's just knockout.
Matt and Emma have built a stunning family home that incorporates the latest in modern design without destroying the character and feel of this lovely old building. The barn is now flooded with light, and with 5 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, there's plenty of space for the family to grow into. This is a wonderful house, but to build it, Matt and Emma have mortgaged their bungalow in Surrey to the hilt. To afford their dream life, they've now got to clear some of that debt.
So this is the most beautiful house, but how much did it cost you?
We've done 190,000.
So that's £50,000 of your original budget.
Yes.
That's a lot.
Yeah, nearly 25%. Yeah.
Scary, isn't it?
But you financed this build through borrowing against the bungalow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you afford to keep those 2 properties now, this one and the bungalow?
No. No, we're selling the bungalow.
You're going to sell it?
Yeah, basically it'll allow us to live here and not have heart attacks every time we get a monthly statement.
Well, it's worth sacrificing, isn't it?
Oh, easy.
Get rid of it. It's in the past, gone.
Yeah, move on.
And this is your future.
Yeah, hooray for the bungalow.
Matt and Emma have built themselves a special home. And once the sale of the bungalow goes through, the equity will allow them to halve their mortgage. Matt's income's now more than enough to live on, and it looks like this couple can afford to live the quiet, simple life they came to Lincolnshire to enjoy.
So, Emma, how do you see your future here with the family?
I think I'm probably just going to try and keep the base going, build up the family home, what with another baby on the way. I want to get vegetable patch going and just kind of create a bit of a good life, I suppose. I'd love to get some chickens. Would you let me get some chickens?
Yeah, you can have chickens.
So, Matt, what does the house mean to you now?
It's part of my heart and soul, really. I mean, at the end of the day, I've given a lot of energy to this place for Emma and the children and myself as a family. But, we want to live in it and enjoy it and spend time together and appreciate it and grow into it.
Yeah.
So you're just looking for the simple life, to be with your family again?
This is what the whole thing has been about.
But what an exciting start to your life now.
Yeah.
The reality of taking on a project like this is always going to be harder than expected, but the rewards can be far greater. Matt and Emma have built themselves a magnificent home, but more importantly, they're well on the way to getting the lifestyle they've always yearned for.
Next week, Marilyn and Terry take on the might of nature for a new life in Northumberland.
I had 16 tonne of sand at the front, and it's washed the whole lot away.
Wake up in the night, I had nightmares.